get going with Ken Weeb from Sportsnet. Go ahead, Weaver.
Thanks, Gregor. For Mark, how would you describe the emotion of having to finish the second consecutive year of playoffs on the sidelines?
Yeah, it's not fun. It's definitely not a great feeling. You feel pretty helpless when you're out there or when your team's out there battling and you're watching from the stands. So it's obviously not a great feeling. But the way you handle setbacks is I saw John Rahm say that the other day. The way you handle setbacks is what defines us. So that's the mentality I'm taking. It's going to be another hard work of summer, and all you can do is keep on working on your game and be ready for the next year.
We'll go next to Paul Friesen from the Winnipeg Sun. Go ahead, Paul.
For Pierre-Luc, I've seen some people speculate that maybe you've been playing hurt. What can you tell us about that? And can you just talk about how you felt you played in the playoffs?
No, I'm not hurt. I mean, I'm as hurt as anybody, bruises and scratches and stuff like that. But, nothing major that, affected my game. And then the playoffs, for the second part of your question, I guess. I'm someone who expects a lot from myself, and I'll be the first guy to say that I didn't play how I should have. I didn't play how I thought I could and how I know I can. It was a disappointing year for me. It was a lot of ups and downs. But there's the only person to blame is me. It wasn't easy, but like Scheif said, in life there's setbacks. This summer is going to be a big, important summer to get ready for next season, next training camp, and to get it going when we're back.
Go back to Paul Friesen for a follow-up. Go ahead, Paul.
I'm just wondering what you attribute it to, Pierre-Luc. I know you had the tough start where you had to quarantine, and did it just never get on track for you after that, or is there something else?
To be honest, it's when I look back at this year in the future, I'm gonna look back and think that there's not much I didn't go through. From the 2-week quarantine, coming back, getting injured, then playing. We didn't have a lot of practices, so kind of hard to get in that rhythm. It wasn't easy when you get to a new team. You want to fit in. You want it to be the perfect fit. For me, it was kind of hard finding what that was. I had a hard time, trying to find what I can do. Like I said, it's at the end of the day, it's our job to be the best players we can be and to help the team win. And it was hard for me this year to adjust. Given a factor, many reasons I think, but at the end of the day, you only have yourself to blame. And I know I can be better. I can be a lot better. This year was my 4th year in the NHL, and I'm really happy with my first 3 years. And 1 year doesn't define you. My confidence of who I am and what I can do, don't change just because of one disappointing season.
We'll go next to Sean Reynolds from Sportsnet. Go ahead, Sean.
Hey, Pierre-Luc. I'm wondering, getting traded for a player that was beloved in this market, I'm sure that comes with a lot of pressure, wanting to succeed the way that, I can hear it in your voice. You wanted to, coming to a Canadian market like this, where the microscope is just that much more. How much pressure did you feel this year to try and succeed, and how may that have played a role?
No, to be honest, I'm not. The people that know me best, they know that I don't really, feel a big amount of pressure from the people on the outside. Like I said, I'm someone that puts a lot of pressure on myself, and I have high expectations of myself. And I know that, fans and media, have expectations of yourself too, but, nobody knows me better than myself. And when you when you push to be the best you can be, every practice, every game, and it doesn't go your way, it's frustrating. And it's not easy at times, but I don't really believe in the added pressure, the extra pressure from people on the outside. Like I said, I know what I can do, and I know who I am as a player and who I am as a person. And I know I come to the rink every day trying to be the best player I can be the best person I can be, and I don't need extra pressure or extra motivation to try to do even better than that. I know, my goals are to be the best player I can be for this team.
We'll go back to Sean for a follow-up. Go ahead, Sean.
Sorry, I was going to switch gears and go to Mark. Sorry if it's not a follow-up. Mark, the decision by the NHL, I know that you felt it was a clean hit. I know you didn't agree with their decision. They were clearly trying to send a message. I'm wondering what message you felt that was and how you would play that play differently based on the message that they've sent to you and maybe to all the players in the league going forward.
Yeah, obviously I had, my chance to speak, my piece. In the hearing, I don't know how much was actually absorbed by them. It's a hard one. I think at the end of the day, you regret the outcome of it. I said that over and over. You never want to see a guy hurt, and I'm a guy that that respects this game and respects players, and I never want to see a guy hurt no matter what it is. But at the end of the day, I was trying to negate a goal. I'm coming back on the back check to prevent a goal and go back the other way. I've played 6-on-5 my entire life. I'm out there to score goals. I'm not out there to hit guys. I'm out there to try to prevent a goal and try to win the game. So I would have loved, an answer from them of what would have been a better thing to do. Cause I've replayed the thing over and over in my mind. And the only real thing is if I gave up on my teammates, on that play and just didn't back check. So, it's over and done with. I'm not gonna continue to cry over it, but, it's the decision they made. I still believe it was excessive. I still believe it wasn't, they knocked me out of the series. I don't even get a chance to play with my teammates and battle with my teammates in the series. For a guy with a clean record. So, I'm just going to stop talking before I get fined or something like that. So I'll just leave it as it is.
We'll go next to Jason Bell from the Winnipeg Free Press. Go ahead, Jason.
Mark, as hard as it was to be up there watching, and you're probably living and dying with every play, as the series winds down and your team is swept, I mean, when you take a step back, what do you think was missing in that series? Obviously 55 wasn't on the ice, but beyond that too, I mean, where was the difference in that series, and what needs to change, as you think, over the summer to take that next step?
I think it always comes down to the guys in this room. You obviously, you have expansion draft, you have, free agency, all that stuff that, isn't part of my job. But, I think what is a part of all of our jobs as hockey players is to go and work on our game, to critique our games, individually and think about what we can do differently, what we can modify, what we thought went well the previous summer, and work on our game, put our work boots on and focus on what's going to make us a better hockey player and go in with a purpose. And that's how you win in this league. You win in this league by, your core players going home and working hard and putting in a good summer's work in the gym, on the ice, whatever that is, and coming back better. Cause if every single guy comes back, 5-10% better than they were the year before, that instantly made your team better. It's not the free agency. It's not the trades. It's not all that stuff. It's guys on this team. It's guys on, on the Moose, the young kids, it's on all of us to go home and work hard and come back better And that's how you improve in this league. That's how you're able to build a winning team, is by every single guy having that work ethic in the summer and having that purposeful, want for more and, want to improve. That's how you win in this league.
I'll go next to Kelly Moore from 680 CGOB. Go ahead, Kelly.
Hey, good morning, Mark. I don't want to rehash the hit or anything, but just listening to you, I do wonder, with what happened to you, and there are still questions in your mind, can you even let that, can you afford to let that affect you and how you play the game and going forward next season and the years beyond?
No, not at all. Like I said before, John Rahm said, the way we handle setbacks is what defines us. That's what you have to do. There's going to be setbacks in your life. There's going to be bad things that are going to happen. There's going to be good things that are going to happen. And I'm very, very lucky to I have, amazing people around me, and I'm a very, very fortunate person. So, I can't let one bad thing, knock me down. Obviously it's crushing to, that my season was ended by that, and I wasn't able to play in this series. I thought I was going to be tried to shut down by Phillip Danault, and it was Department of Player Safety that shut me down. So that definitely sucks. But that's life. That is what we all deal with. We've dealt with that all year. Society in general. We've lockdowns, COVID, bad things are going to happen in our lives, but it's what we do, to get out of them. That makes us stronger. That makes us better people. That makes us more well-rounded human beings. So for me, it's a matter of continuing to work on my game. It's a matter of getting in the gym, getting on the ice, working on my game. That's my summer. I can't dwell on that hit for the rest of my life. That's only gonna bring me down. I'm a very, very positive person. I'm a very, very happy person. And that I've definitely took away from a lot of my happiness and took away from my joy of, this beautiful game. So, I'm not going to let it get me down. I'm only going to look at it in a positive light and know that I'm only going to be stronger from it. I'm only going to be a better person from it. And that's the way my parents raised me. So, I know I'm going to put in a great summer of work, and I'm going to come back a better hockey player next year. And that's the end of it.
Just a few more for the guys. We'll go next to Mike McIntyre from the Free Press. Go ahead, Mike.
Thanks very much. Morning, guys. Mark, this one's for you. Obviously, earlier in the year when Paul sat you down for a little bit in that game, I think it was against Toronto, that got a little bit of traction, and you weren't very happy with that. Naturally, people always ask questions about the coach when a team maybe doesn't get to where people think they should be. What are your thoughts on Paul Maurice as your coach this season and going forward?
Well, first of all, you say, a team that, you guys wrote us off from the beginning. You guys, the media, had us not making the playoffs, being a bottom feeder in the league. So, that's where, you guys get caught, contradicting your guys' selves all the time. So, you guys didn't have any hope for this team from day one. And I think we proved you guys wrong all season long. We made the playoffs. We swept the Edmonton Oilers. We went to the second round in the playoffs. Obviously didn't end the way we wanted to, but I have full support in Paul Maurice, and I know I'm not alone there. There's a lot of guys that love him. He's a fantastic coach. He's definitely one of the good ones in this league, and he definitely has my full support. And that's what happened in Toronto. That's learning lessons. That's coaching. That's, a player, I'm a guy that loves to learn. I'm a guy that loves to improve my game. And I want the coach to push me. I want my peers to push me. That's what makes good teams. That's what makes, that's what bonds, relationships is your peers, the forms of authority pushing you for more and pushing you for better. And that's that's hockey. That's the business we're in. You want to be pushed to be better. You want to be pushed to be a better person, a better player, a more hardworking player, everything in this world, you want to be pushed to want more. And, that only motivates you. That only motivates me as a person. And, that's the way I look at every setback, at every good thing, at every bad thing. You never can get too high. You never can get too low. You just have to keep pushing for more. And, I thought this team pushed for more. We were written off from day one of this season. We have that's about it. We were written off from day one, and we proved people wrong all season long. And, we go through that slide, towards the end of the year, and we were written off again. Everyone wanted a Calgary Flames Edmonton Oilers series, and, we proved people wrong. We made the playoffs. We won our first round. And, I think that's where my head's at, is that, we prove people wrong, and we want to continue to prove people wrong. We don't get a lot of respect in the grand scheme of things. Everyone wants the, Toronto Maple Leafs and the Edmonton Oilers, and the Montreal Canadiens to be going on. No one wants the Winnipeg Jets to do anything, but, that's what Winnipeg is made of. Our community is made of hardworking people that grind for every inch. And, we're that team that wants to grind for every inch and prove people wrong on a day-to-day basis. And, that's who the Winnipeg Jets are.
Go next to Ken Weeb from Sportsnet. Go ahead, Weber.
For Pierre-Luc, what's your impression of this core group, and what role do you see yourself playing as the group tries to take the next step as an organization?
Yeah, I've said it from the start since I've been here. I hated playing against this team before. It's a good team, but you see when you get to practice with them every day, when you get to play with them every day, and you see the mindset. It's a special group, I think. First, it's great players, but it's also great people. It's great teammates. It's good friends, and I think that's just as important as the on ice part. To move forward with the team, and I've learned a lot from these guys here. I'm still considered young. I'm still my fourth year in the NHL. I think you can always learn, but what I've learned from these guys here and this core group. Even just going into this summer, it doesn't have to be 10 years from now. You learn something. It can be instantly, and we have a lot of talent. We have a lot of guys that are extremely hard workers on and off the ice. Guys that want to win. And I think when you have when your core is of people like that are on the same page, that constantly want to get better, to make the team a better team. And you're never happy till you win the Stanley Cup. I think that's how you eventually win. That's how even if you have ups and downs, you always can come out of those and learn from them and move forward. And I think with this group here, we got something special going, and hopefully we can keep learning, and hopefully next year we can take another step in the right direction.
And final question to Bruno Montpetit from LDS. Go ahead, Bruno.
Yes, thank you, Greg. Salut, Pierre-Luc. Pierre-Luc, c'est sûr que ça a été difficile contre le Canadien. Si tu nous expliquais, est-ce que l'événement du premier match a vraiment changé la dynamique de cette série-là, ou sinon, c'est quoi qui aurait pu se passer? Ça s'est quand même passé rapidement.
Ouais, non, c'est sûr, c'est décevant, c'est pas facile. Perdre un joueur comme Scheifele, mais il y avait 3 autres matchs après ça pour nous de revenir dans cette série. On peut pas blâmer ça. Eux aussi ils ont perdu un joueur très important de leur équipe qui jouait super bien. La série, le Canadien a bien joué. Price a été Carey Price. Il a fait ce que tout le monde sait ce qu'il est capable de faire. Nous, on n'a pas joué comme on pense on sait qu'on aurait pu. Mais moi, je pense que quand une équipe gagne, tu peux pas dire que c'est toi qui n'as pas été assez bon. Des fois, tu le dis que l'autre équipe a bien joué. Ils ont bien joué offensivement, on a eu beaucoup de rondelles au filet. Ils ont joué une game difficile. Ça n'a pas été facile de trouver l'espace cible contre eux, trouver les opportunités. Mais nous, on sait aussi que on peut jouer meilleur que ça. On aurait pu jouer meilleur que ça. Il est trop tard. Mais comme j'ai dit, faut regarder ça, apprendre de cette série-là et prendre un autre pas dans la bonne direction l'an prochain dès le camp d'entraînement.
Thanks very much, guys.